This is Basketball More Than a Game with coaches Goins and Quick. Former high school coach and player have teamed up again to share their knowledge of the game and life skills on and off the court. Brought to you by United States Basketball Association, the leader in youth basketball. USBAHoops.com. Now get ready to chop it up with coaches Goins and Quick.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to Basketball More Than the Game, the hottest podcast this side of a basketball court. You know, we got, it's like always, man. People always say, man, y'all got everything popping. We do. I got my main man, Coach Quick, right here to the right, and he's getting ready to drop some goods. Coach Quick, what's popping?
Hey, what's going on, Coach G? You want to know what's popping with Coach Quick? Well, Coach Quick is so excited about our very special guest via telephone today. I feel like I'm on the campus of Hoke County High School, home of the Bucks, waiting on a big-time celebration to happen. And after this short break, Coach G and I are going to come right back, and we're going to be chopping it up with our very special guest, Miss Tonika McGeachy Dunbar. So make sure those sneakers are laced up tight.
Coach Goins, and you know what? Coach Quick is right here, and we are got it teed up. We've got a very special guest via telephone, but I'm not going to let the cat out the bag yet. But as we get ready to set this segment up, and this is Set the Table, it is brought to you by the United States Basketball Association. Visit their website, and that is USBAHoops.com, the leader in youth basketball tournaments and camps. Coach Quick, you have been doing your homework like you always do, so I'm going to give you the honor and privilege of introducing our special guest.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to some and introduce to others Miss Tonika McGeachy Dunbar. She is the owner of Capture the Moments, and she is also a mother of 3 outstanding young men. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Basketball More Than a Game, Miss Tonika McGeachy Dunbar.
Good morning. How y'all doing this morning on this gloomy day?
Oh, man. Go ahead, Coach.
We're good this morning. How about yourself?
Hey, it's one day at a time. I'm trying to make it, and God is definitely good.
Amen.
Amen. So I tell you what, Coach, man, you know what, man, she when Miss Dunbar called this morning before we actually came on the air, and she was like, hey, I'm a morning person. I'm like, all right, I got my coffee sitting right here on my left-hand side so I don't knock it over. And again, Miss Dunbar, we certainly appreciate you taking time out, and congratulations on your career thus far. So, Coach Quick, I'll let you go ahead and kick this thing off.
Yes, sir. Miss Tonika, my first question for you this morning is, tell our listening audience who Tonika McGeachy Dunbar is.
Wow. Tonika McGeachy Dunbar is the proud daughter of Mr. Joe and Anna McGeachy out of Raeford. And I am the awesome mother of 3 handsome boys. My oldest son, Jabrylin Chandler, he graduated from Hampton University. He's currently a 2nd lieutenant in the United States Army. And I have 2 awesome little boys who keep me busy. And in all due respect, I am now a widow. So that's pretty much who I am for right now in this moment. But I have so much to share, so much to tell, and that would take a whole nother segment. But I just want to stick to the basics right now. But that's who I am right now. I'm a proud mother, daughter, and I'm also a business owner. So I just try to keep myself busy.
Absolutely. I love it. And first and foremost, from Basketball More Than a Game, the staff here, we like to offer our condolences to you in the loss of your husband. But I've watched you grow throughout the years, and I just say your body of work is outstanding. And for me, I just like to say you've been faithful over a few things, and God is going to make you ruler over many. So just keep grinding, because it's your time.
Thank you so much. And not to mention, Coach Dunbar, he was a coach too, and everybody knew him across the town, especially in the Fort Bragg community, the military community. Everybody knew Coach Dunbar. So that's where I get my energy and my drive from.
I love it. Coach G, I'm going to kick it over to you for the next question.
Yes, sir. So, again, we certainly pass on our condolences. And, again, thank your son for his service. And we certainly appreciate, giving him a shout out as he wears the uniform and represents the United States. Oh, so where is he stationed, Miss Dunbar?
Well, currently he's right there in Fort Lee, Virginia.
Okay.
And in a couple of months, actually it's upcoming Thursday, he will be graduating from Bowlit Basic Leadership course, and then he's going to be moving out to Seattle, Washington.
Oh man, so he's going. Oh yeah, so he ain't too far from me, Coach Quick, man. So,
Yes, sir.
you know, and in that going out to Seattle. So I've been to Seattle. So make sure he takes an umbrella and his rain gear, because one thing about Seattle, the sun will be out one time, and the next thing you know, it's raining in the next 5 minutes. So listen, here's where I want to go, Miss Dunbar. So being, you have your sons and you got your business. So what would be your advice to the young lady that's coming behind and saying, I want to be an entrepreneur? So if you can talk about some of the obstacles or some of the decisions that you've had to make in order to get your business at the level that it's currently holding.
Okay, well, let me say this. First of all, when you're an entrepreneur, it definitely has to be your passion. What started my passion was when my husband bought me my first camera. It was about 15 years ago. He bought me my first camera, and we went out to Vegas, and I took these nice pictures, like these nice Canon shot pictures, and he encouraged me. He said, listen, you need to go to the rec centers back in Fairville and tell them that you want to start doing the Little League basketball teams and all that good stuff.
Wow.
So I did that. So I started building my platform 10 years ago. And about 5 years ago, before COVID, when I was taking my pictures, I was doing little, weddings. I was doing wedding shoots, birthday parties, candid shots. And then people kept asking me, hey, do you own a photo booth? Do you own a photo booth? Right before the pandemic, I started doing my research, and I bought a photo booth. But let me tell you how I bought this photo booth. As an entrepreneur, we don't have money. So what I did, I went to Facebook Marketplace, and I found this lady. She was in Tennessee. She was selling a photo booth. I reached out to her, and I asked her, I was like, have anybody inquired about this photo booth? This photo booth is normally around $2,000. So with that being said, we had a communication, and I said, whenever I get my income tax money, I'm gonna get that photo booth. So fast forward, I got my income tax money, and I called her. I said, is this photo booth still available? She said, yes. I said, well, how can we make arrangements to meet up? She said, well, I'm in Tennessee, but I'm planning on going to Charlotte this weekend because I want to go to IKEA. I said, well, Charlotte is like 2 hours from me. So me and my oldest son, we went to Charlotte. My husband at the time, he was ill, so he stayed home with my two younger sons, and we went to Charlotte to pick up the photo booth. So I called her and I said, what is your name? She told me her name, and I said, I never made a purchase to someone on Marketplace. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to need your name so I can give you a cashier's check. Mm-hmm. So I went to the bank, then we drove to Charlotte. And then we met, we introduced ourselves. She told me what she was driving. And this is why my photo booth and my business is so unique. And this is my first time ever absolutely telling this story publicly. So whenever we arrived at IKEA, she got out the car. She gave me this stuff. Now, I already did my research. She told me where she bought it from. I contacted the company. The company said, do you realize what you're getting? She said, she's giving you this as a deal. She said, this is a great deal that she's selling this for. I'm selling this photo booth to you for. I was like, wow. And it still was covering the warranty. So when I actually met her, I said, why are you selling this photo booth? And you know what she said? That's how I knew that this right here was meant for me. She said, I just lost my husband, and my husband was my business partner.
Wow.
Not knowing she was taking this photo booth to another lady who was in the same situation that she was in. During that time, my husband was sick. But we knew if he didn't get better, we knew what was going to happen. But I knew that this photo booth, my photo booth is my therapy. It's my healing. So a lot of girls out here, they be trying to say, I want to start a photo booth. I want to do this. But you have to understand the steps that you walk into. When you open your mouth and you speak those things, you want to be an entrepreneur? Oh, it ain't easy. Because you got the ones that's jealous of you.
Ooh.
You got the ones that want to be like you.
Come on.
But you got to get out here and you got to work and you got to overcome that. So as a business owner, it's definitely work. Work. I don't have no business loan. I didn't take no PP loan out. I didn't do anything. Everything that I have, I bought from off of Facebook Marketplace. So if anybody want to start a business, the best thing in life is slow and steady. Wow. You don't have to have the fame and fortune all the time. You don't have to get it so quickly. But when you take things slow and steady, oh my goodness, blessings will come. Blessings will come. And right now, I have to turn down jobs.
That's right.
I remember I had to turn down jobs. So if I want to encourage other ladies, you have to go with your passion. You just can't go and say, I want to start this because I see someone else is doing it. You definitely have to go with your passion. If you love it, I love human service. I love interacting with people. I hate public speaking. But one day, I'm gonna overcome that fear. I get so nervous when I talk in front of a big crowd when they see me looking at me. I am so indirect. And I love talking one-on-one with people as opposed to being in front of a crowd.
Well, you do it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But that's my encouragement and motivation for young ladies. You have to know your passion. You have to know your worth.
Wow. Well, you know what, Ms. Dunbar, we certainly appreciate you taking that moment in time and allowing us, or peeling back the curtain, if you will, to let us, into that moment, to be able to see the motivation and tell our listening audience that story. What a powerful, powerful moment. So again, that is, and again, I mean, just as Coach Quick and I often say, just look at God, because as you reached out and you needed this piece of equipment to further your business, this lady was going through, and she was, and it's just tremendous testimony. Thank you so much for sharing that. So listen, Coach Quick, what we're going to do, we're going to step away. The United States Basketball Association, the USBA, was founded in 2005. The USBA has been a leader in grassroots basketball tournaments and camps for boys and girls of all ages across the United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico. It is our goal to develop young people and equip them with skills that will help them advance both on and off the court. Visit their website at usbahoops.com. Their email is info@usbahoops.com, or by telephone at 704-649-6812. All basketball, all the time. And thank you for playing USBA. There's a lot of reasons why people trust Chris Montgomery at Alcova Mortgage. They have a diverse lineup of loan programs. So whether you're looking to buy a home, refinance, or tackle college expenses with your equity, you can put Chris Montgomery at Alcova Mortgage in the game for you. Call 540-290-0558 or go online to alcova.com/C Montgomery.
Looking for something fun but different to do? Join a group of friends, family, or co-workers to destroy electronics, break some glass, or even throw some axes. At the Havoc House located downtown Waynesboro, Virginia, visit their website at havochouseva.com and book your appointment today.
The United States Basketball Association Future of the Game Annual Fall Showcase, the #1 fall tournament for youth basketball. Over 100 teams are expected to participate October the 28th through the 30th, Marietta, Georgia. Multiple court facilities. Players' write-ups will be provided by On the Radar Hoops. All teams are welcome to participate. Travel teams, school teams, rec teams. Boys teams 2nd through the 9th grade. Girls teams 4th through the 9th grade. MVP awards for each division. Register online at turnermachine.com/E112102 or call USBA at 678-822-1235 for more information.
You're listening to Basketball More Than Game with Coach Goins and Coach Quick. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Basketball More Than Game. You know what, Coach G, man? Just listening to Miss Dunbar talk just recently, I used to joke with her and her husband, and used to tell them that I thought they was First Lady Michelle Obama and Barack Obama. I always knew that she would have something political in her view, even though she may not have known it. I felt like that. I used to always pick at them and she say that she can't talk publicly. Man, did you just hear it just a few minutes ago?
Yeah, she laying it down now. I don't know. I don't know I don't know what cue card, or I don't know who's there coaching her through it, but looks like she got the master plan.
Yes, but I'm in the room. I'm in the room with four walls. But I'm able to free myself.
Right, and that's where your practice begins. By you doing it there in the room with those four walls, you're practicing for the big audiences, and you're going to be ready. But now, my question to you is, why did you choose to enter the political world and decide to run for Hoke County School Board?
Well, let me share this. So last year, a lot of people see me in the community, being involved, being engaged, and a lot of young people look up to me. Yes, I was a former school teacher assistant, bus driver, an education counselor on Fort Bragg. So it was my gift to always encourage and motivate someone. So when it was presented to me, saying that I think that you might be a good fit for this, so I was like, well, let me think about it. Let me go and do my homework. Let me go and do my research. So I did that. And as a school board member, I often hear from previous board members that you have to have experience. Like, experience does, as you enter into a position, the more you do it, the better you become. But me, coming from the outside, coming in first time, I don't have all the political experience. I'm a newbie. So with that being said, I can represent myself along with these young people that you are teachable. I am motivated, and I'm very determined to make a difference in Hoke County. I'm not going to be able to change everything, but understand this, as a school board member, I just can't go in and just change the whole system. That's not how it works, and a lot of people think that. You have to make sure that all policies and regulations are within guidelines. So my job is to implement and make sure that the superintendent is doing those things so we can do the best thing that we can do for the betterment of all our children here in Hoke County.
You know what? There you go. You just laid it down, and I had to just sit there and throw out your husband's famous term. There you go. Hey, Hoke County, get ready. Tonika Dunbar is on her way. Coach G, I'll kick it over to you.
Well, you know what? I mean, she's laying it down, Coach Quick, and the reason why I'm saying she's laying it down because, globally she's exactly right. And I just kind of want to stay there for a second and just kind of, as Ms. Dunbar was speaking, what was running through my mind was, and here's our challenge to the citizens of Hoke County and the people that are in that district and be voting for Ms. Dunbar. She's exactly right. She can't walk in there day one and all of a sudden, bam, boom, boom, everything has changed. It is a process. She will be there. She will be sitting in that seat and making sure, as she said, everything that is supposed to be done, all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, and making sure that the playing field is as level as policy and procedures will allow it to be level. Then, from the education piece, then she'll be, and this is where her public speaking is going to come in, Coach Quick. She don't realize it. She may be sitting in the room right now, but in that public speaking, when she'll be going around and educating, the citizens in that district of exactly how the school board works. So in that, it'll be a win-win. It'll be a win for her to be on the school board in Hoke County, and then it'll be a win for the educational piece and also her public speaking as she's been able to go around and tap into these venues and educate the people of how school boards operate and don't look for this instant change. And now I'm going to say this before I kick it back, is it's almost just like you used to tease her and the husband, calling them President and First Lady Michelle Obama. That's a lot of weight. And when you're representing the citizens and people are wanting to make sure that they understand, those are the things that Miss Dunbar is going to be able to do. So hats off to that. So here's where I want to go, Miss Dunbar. So with that, now your two younger, are they in what age? Are they in high school?
No, they are in one of them is in the 5th grade and one of them is in 4th grade.
Okay. So they're all right. So they up and coming. So Coach Quick, I remember when I was in the 4th and 5th grade. But then think about their self-esteem. Their mother's elected. She's on the school board. They walk into school. And again, people don't realize that the counter effects from that. So here's my question. So, and I'm gonna go ahead. So you attend your first school board meeting. You leave the meeting. Of course, everything is racing through your mind. What is your plan or what is your platform to be able to go back and educate the folks in your district about how the school board operates?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do, and probably want to do the first couple of meetings, I'm going to go in with the listening ear. That's the first thing I'm going to have to do. Just listen. You have to listen to the people. When I say the people, you have to listen to the parents first. The parents, and then you listen to the teachers, and then you listen to the students. It takes a whole village, and I do believe that leadership is everything. So if you got a principal or administrator that come into school every day excited, and they so excited, they rub it off on the teachers, and then the teachers rub it off on the students, hey, that can make a difference. But at the same time, we cannot board our students. We have to always be creative. As a teacher, as a motivator, you have to be creative. As you guys already know, technology is evolving. Every time, if you got an iPhone, every 3 to 4 months, it's an update. So as a school board member, you're going to have to constantly always figure things out. You have to always learn the language of these young teenagers, these elementary students, these middle school students. You're going to have to learn their language. And with that being said, it's going to be a continuing, long-term goal to forever evolve.
Wow. Coach Quick, man, she has landed down on this early Saturday morning. We certainly appreciate just her efforts, her focus. Coach Quick, I'm kicking it to you.
Yes, sir. Hey, Tonika, my next question revolves around why should Tonika be elected to Hoke County School Board? And also, could you tell our listening audience, I believe that early voting begins next Saturday, October 8th. Could you elaborate on that? October 20th? Oh,
yes.
All right. Okay. All right. Elaborate on that for us, and then just tell us why you should be elected to Hoke County School Board.
So, why should I be elected? I should be elected because I am teachable, I'm motivated, and I'm determined. And I use that platform because all students does not learn the same. I'm a kinesthetic learner, so I learn by repetition. So I want to be able to help all children. Yes, I enjoy what I do, but I want to be able to represent all children. Let them know, the ones that's on who cannot read on a 3rd grade level. As long as we see growth, as long as we see improvement, we on the right track. So you should vote for me because I'm in that same situation too. I want to be able to be teachable. I need somebody to mentor me while I go into this role. This is not about me. This is not about me. This is about me serving, because I have been to other counties and other school districts, and I see the resources that they have. And I want to bring that same energy, that same drive to Raeford, North Carolina. My oldest son did not graduate from Hoke County schools. He graduated from another county. And the high school that he went to, they said that was one of the worst schools in Cumberland County. But that child of mine, he was a drum major, the senior class president, and he was also in the health academy. He did many roles in that school.
Wow.
So it's not where you go, it's what you do when you get there.
Woo.
So Hoke County Schools is not that bad. It's not that bad because my kids go there now. So with that being said, I'm going to stick to what my first point was. I'm teachable, I'm motivated, and I'm determined to make a difference for Hoke County Schools.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard it from Miss Tonika Dunbar. She's on fire. She's ready. Get out and vote. Early voting begins 19 days from today, October the 20th. Ladies and gentlemen, get out and vote. Vote Tonika McGeachy Dunbar into office for the Hoke County School Board. Coach G, kicking it back over to you.
Well, you know what, man, that she just laid that down right there. And of course, I'm not able to vote, but if I were, I mean, just say when she just spoke, Miss Dunbar just spoke about, her son going in, being a drum major. Actually, now, he is a second lieutenant, United States Army. And bottom line to it is, you don't get that by just walking down the street, kicking a tin can. Being the drum major, just being a leader in the environment. And that's all kids need. Kids need opportunity. They need teachers to be able to understand and be able to do what? To deliver the goods. Because I just look at Coach Quick and I coached him 27 years ago. And I'm just going to be honest with you, Miss Dunbar. He was a young man that was sitting in the hallway when I used to come through the gym, and he was pretty fired up. Right, he was just, man, and this going on. I was like, why ain't you playing football? Why the coach? I said, well, you know what? You can do something about that. And basically, for whatever reason, he and I lockstep, and he came on out and he started playing. I used to drop him off at home. Hey, Coach, remember that Volkswagen Rabbit I used to drive?
Yes, sir.
Miss Dunbar, I'd come out of practice. I'd have every kid that in the car, and we'd all pile up in that thing. And if I ever got stopped, I know they'd probably give me a ticket because I had too many people in there. But I'd run those guys home. But then and then fast forward to 27 years later, and then Coach Quick is, he's a man, he's a husband, he's a leader, he's got several radio shows, and just and those are the things that kids need, and with you and your leadership. And people understanding that kids just need direction, and they need high energy. And when I say high energy, they need high energy leadership. So we certainly appreciate, you carving that out.
We'd like to thank our segment sponsor for the game plan segment, Mr. Chris Montgomery of Alcova Mortgage. When it's time to get in the game, call Chris at 540-290-0558. And you've been listening to Basketball More Than a Game with Coach Goins and Coach Quick.
There's a lot of reasons why people trust Chris Montgomery at Alcova Mortgage. They have a diverse lineup of loan programs. So whether you're looking to buy a home, refinance, or tackle college expenses with your equity, you can put Chris Montgomery at Alcova Mortgage in the game for you. Call 540-290-0558 or go online to alcova.com/C Montgomery.
Looking for something fun but different to do? Join a group of friends, family, or co-workers to destroy electronics, break some glass, or even throw some axes. At the Havoc House located downtown Waynesboro, Virginia, visit their website at havochouseva.com and book your appointment today.
The United States Basketball Association, the USBA, was founded in 2005. The USBA has been a leader in grassroots basketball tournaments and camps for boys and girls of all ages across the United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico. It is our goal to develop young people and equip them with skills that will help them advance both on and off the court. Visit their website at usbahoops.com. Their email is info@usbahoops.com or by telephone at 704-649-6812. All basketball, all the time. And thank you for playing USBA.
Looking for a smarter way to shop for your insurance for you and your families? Look no further. There is help. With several different companies and plans to choose from, whether it's life insurance or Medicare supplemental plans, finding the right plan has never been easier. Licensed with multiple companies and able to shop various rates, plans to help find the best plan for you and your budget. Independent insurance broker Curtis Jackson is the one to call for help. Call Curtis now at 919-614-5796 for a no-cost consultation. Are you behind with your spring cleaning? Allow True Sparkle Cleaners to clean your worries away. A veteran-owned business who serves Fayetteville and surrounding areas, call Ashley at Sparkle Cleaners today for your free estimate. 910-781-8488, and we will clean your worries away.
You're listening to Basketball More in the Game with Coach Goins and Coach Quick. This is Coach Goins and Coach Quick, and we're back in, and we get ready to get into our timeout segment, which is brought to you by the Havoc House in Waynesboro, Virginia. So make your appointment today, 540-447-1362, and come in swinging. Coach Quick, man, Coach Dunbar, but we honor the late Coach Dunbar, who did such great things. Did not have the honor and privilege of meeting him personally, but we do have his wife on, and she is a trailblazer. She is leading the pack, doing the things that she's doing, trying to make a difference in Hoke County, along with her business. Her oldest son is in the United States Army, second lieutenant, and her two younger sons are in school in Hoke County. She is running for Hoke County School Board. So, Coach Quick, I'll kick it to you.
Yes, sir. Educational impact. What are two major issues that educators face today?
What are two? I'm going to focus on Hoke County. I'm going to say the lack of resources, the lack of resources, and the lack of exposure. Those are the two things that I will focus on. And the reason why I say that is because, as I stated the other night, you have to have a leader that's going to encourage these kids to dream. And you also have to have a leader that tries to expose them to different opportunities. As a young parent of my oldest son, I was in college when I had him. And one thing that I always did was always expose him to different things. And a lot of people just don't, a lot of parents can't do that because especially single parent homes can't just show exposure or, you have to plan for things. And one thing that I did for my kids, and this is it's not educational, but it's exposure, because I wanted my kids to learn how to swim, because that's something that we don't often see in the Black community. And I can say right now, all three of my little boys know how to swim. And I use that as a stepping stool because we have to expose our kids to different opportunities. As far as education, we have to teach our kids to open their mind, to think outside of the box. But we do have to have leaders and good teachers to expose that to our children. Especially, going to a school, the school's supposed to be a safe place. Mm-hmm. They're supposed to be able to, whenever they get off the bus, they're supposed to be greeted. Sometimes the teachers are underpaid. They having problems of their home at home, and then they come into school. And sometimes teachers just don't want to be bothered, but yet and still they have to still teach. So with that being said, we have to continue to expose our kids, have the resources here in Hoke County. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Leandro case, but the Leandro case started, I forgot the exact year, but that's a big case that's hitting the surrounding counties because Hoke County does not have a lot of resources for this county. But once we get those funds released, the school board, the state, we can allocate the money to increase the teachers' pay, to bring better libraries, to bring better computer labs to the school system, and bring educational programs to Hoke County schools.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was finished.
Wow, outstanding. You're absolutely correct. You got to have the resources and exposure for these kids. Whatever these kids need, we need to find the resources to get it for them. Whether if it's books, supplies, other supplies, whatever the case may be, we got to be able to find the resources for these kids. And if they're struggling, we got to be able to find the resources to get better tutors in and for better pay and make sure these kids are straight. Coach G, I'll kick it over to you.
Well, you know what? I'm going to jump on this quick soapbox in reference to the resources. You either pay now or you're going to pay later. They find the resources when it's time to build a bigger jail. They find the resources, and I get it. Money's earmarked for certain budgetary needs, but folks have got to realize you have to invest in the kids. You have to be able to have these kids go to school, come out, and provide something for them. Because if you don't provide something for them, then guess what? they're going to find something to get into, and you're going to be sitting there wondering, like, what happened? What happened was you didn't occupy their time, because idle mind is the devil's workshop, as they used to say when I was a kid. But bottom line to it is, you've, as the leadership in Hoke County, the county commissioners and the governing board, they've got to realize that, you know what, you have to have programs. Now, will everybody participate? No, we know that. But if the programs are not in place and the programs are not allocated to address the needs, because here's the thing, everybody that goes to school and as in school will not go to college, right? And so every teacher standing in front of a kid in the classroom is college educated. And so in that, what happens is, and again, I'm going to get on my soapbox, is a lot of times that is what creates the disconnect. Because if I'm college educated, I'm standing out there, only thing I know to do is go to college. And that's the only thing the teachers are going to be talking. But in that whole process, guess what? That kid may not want to go to college. So therefore, it needs to be a track. So that kid needs to learn how to go, be a carpenter, be auto mechanic. All that stuff has got to be able to be what? All of that stuff has got to be able to be moved into what? Into that process that, guess what? Allows a kid to have an avenue. Because again, I'm not faulting the education system, but I think they really need to look at, it has to be a 2-track system that will be able to reach the kid that struggles in the classroom. And when I say struggle in the classroom, not just academically, but in that to provide them other means, because all kids will not go to college.
Looking for something fun but different to do? Join a group of friends, family, or co-workers to destroy electronics, break some glass, or even throw some axes. At the Havoc House located downtown Waynesboro, Virginia, visit their website at havochouseva.com and book your appointment today.
The United States Basketball Association, the USBA, was founded in 2005. The USBA has been a leader in grassroots basketball tournaments and camps for boys and girls of all ages across the United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico. It is our goal to develop young people and equip them with skills that will help them advance both on and off the court. Visit their website at usbahoops.com. Their email is info@usbahoops.com, or by telephone at 704-649-6812. All basketball, all the time. And thank you for playing USBA. There's a lot of reasons why people trust Chris Montgomery at Alcova Mortgage. They have a diverse lineup of loan programs. So whether you're looking to buy a home, refinance, or tackle college expenses with your equity, you can put Chris Montgomery at Alcova Mortgage in the game for you. Call 540-290-0558 or go online to alcova.com/C Montgomery.
Are you behind with your spring cleaning? Allow True Sparkle Cleaners to clean your worries away. A veteran-owned business who serves Fayetteville and surrounding areas, call Ashley at Sparkle Cleaners today for your free estimate, 910-781-8488, and we will clean your worries away. Looking for a smarter way to shop for your insurance for you and your families? Look no further. There is help. With several different companies and plans to choose from, whether it's life insurance or Medicare supplemental plans, finding the right plan has never been easier. Licensed with multiple companies and able to shop various rates, plans to help find the best plan for you and your budget. Independent insurance broker Curtis Jackson is the one to call for help. Call Curtis now at 919-614-5796 for a no-cost consultation.
Hoke County. The Hoke County High School is one of the only schools in the surrounding county that offer trade. I think it's a trade. It's career technology program. So that means that while you in high school and when you graduate, you can graduate from being a barber, cosmetologist. You can be a mechanic. They also have the plumbing, heating and air conditioning. So we have a lot of programs that you can graduate from. But the problem is that a lot of parents don't know about these programs until it's too late. Oh, I can't get my child enrolled in this because it's a career path. You have to start it at a certain time of your 9th, 10th, 11th grade year. So my goal is to also get these parents aware of what type of opportunities that are allowed here. Well, not allowed, that's offered here in Hoke County. Because a lot of parents just don't know. So as a school board member, I want to engage these parents. Like parents, the first teacher is the parent.
That's right.
So we got to get these parents involved. I'm going to have to start going on social media and saying, hey, the Hoke County High School, they have this and they have that. Yes, those programs are definitely being utilized now. And of course, this is a military town. And sometimes you get students that come in at the middle of the year, and they might not be able to get in those classes. So we got to talk to the guidance counselors to make sure that we can figure out a plan to see if this is something that the student wants to do.
That's outstanding. Coach Quick, man, I'm going to kick it over to you, man, as we start to wrap this up.
Yes, sir. My next question is, in an ever-changing world, what do you think single parents need the most support with?
Wow. The most support. That's a tough question because right now I feel like it took like a couple of months ago, it just realized to me that I am really a single parent now. And we're going to talk about yesterday. I got a phone call yesterday saying, hey, your trampoline is over the fence. And I go outside and I was like, see, this is why I don't like the storms. My husband ain't here. So me and my kids had to go up and get the trampoline. We had to pick the trampoline up and all this high winds. But as a single parent, what I would say, you have to go and get you a good mentor, somebody that you can trust, because everybody that you talk to, you ain't going to trust. You might want to get one of those little church ladies at the church that you can like talk to, someone that you can relate, or somebody that can relate to your story to help you on your journey. So for right now, I do have someone that I can call on to let them know, like, hey, I'm having a hard day today. Can you just pray for me right now? Because I'm having a hard day. So as a single parent, just keep your head up, stay encouraged, stay motivated, because you ain't going to always be a single mom.
Wow. Outstanding, and I agree with that. You know, like you said, go get you one of those church going ladies. Somebody that's gonna pray with you and pray for you. Coach G, I kick it back over to you.
Well, listen, you know what? This has been one heck of a conversation. I don't call them interviews, and Coach Quick and I, we really stay away from that word because what we try to do is just have a conversation with our guests. Ms. Dunbar, you have absolutely checked all of the boxes. And that's the thing, what I love what we do with the podcast, because it allows us to go sometimes where we're not able to go and have those candid conversations. And as we start to wind down this conversation, I just want to say publicly, hats off to you, hats off to the leadership. And again, just 1,000-fold. And when I say 1,000-fold, not just financially, 1,000-fold of peace, 1,000-fold courage, understanding, and we ask that again, blessings for your son that is getting ready to move across country. But again, one thing about it, once it gets there, you guys will have a place to go vacation and go hang out in Seattle. So once you get out there, make sure you check out the Space Needle. Say, hey, when you get there, say, you know what, son, take me to lunch at the Space Needle. So in that,
Yes,
we just want to encourage you. Thank you for your listening, boys. Thank you for what you're doing thus far. Continued blessings to you and your sons, and continued blessings on the campaign trail. And so we're just going to challenge everyone that is in the Hoke County area that has the opportunity to get out and vote. Don't sit back, get out, support this dynamic lady, and be able to listen to the story that she told. We're going to give her the honor and privilege and using this platform, and we're going to blast this out for everybody that can listen. So with that, I'm going to kick it back to Coach Quick to go ahead and close us out. Coach?
You know, Tonika, I just like to say it's been an honor and a privilege to have you on the show today. It's been a blessing. And as I look in the left corner of the studio, there's a picture that's hanging up of your youngest son, of your oldest son, Jabralin. When he was a little boy, he got the opportunity to meet President Barack Obama at Fayetteville State University. He looked like he had fear in his eyes, but I like to think of it as more. He was in awe.
The United States Basketball Association, the USBA, was founded in 2005. The USBA has been a leader in grassroots basketball tournaments and camps for boys and girls of all ages across the United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico. It is our goal to develop young people and equip them with skills that will help them advance both on and off the court. Visit their website at usbahoops.com. Their email is info@usbahoops.com or by telephone at 704-649-6812. All basketball, all the time. There's a lot of reasons why people trust Chris Montgomery at Alcova Mortgage. They have a diverse lineup of loan programs. So whether you're looking to buy a home, refinance, or tackle college expenses with your equity, you can put Chris Montgomery and Alcova Mortgage in the game for you. Call 540-290-0558 or go online to alcova.com/C Montgomery.
Looking for something fun but different to do? Join a group of friends, family, or co-workers to destroy electronics, break some glass, or even throw some axes. At the Havoc House located downtown Waynesboro, Virginia, visit their website at havochouseva.com and book your appointment.
The United States Basketball Association Future of the Game Annual Fall Showcase, the #1 fall tournament for youth basketball. Over 100 teams are expected to participate October the 28th through the 30th, Marietta, Georgia. Multiple court facilities. Players' write-ups will be provided by On the Radar Hoops. All teams are welcome to participate. Travel teams, school teams, rec teams. Boys teams 2nd through the 9th grade. Girls teams 4th through the 9th grade. MVP awards for each division. Register online at turnermachine.com/E112102 or call USBA at 678-822-1235 for more information. You're listening to Basketball More in the Game with Coach Goins and Coach Quick.
Hey, so listen, I wanted to also inform my listening guests that I am the owner of a nonprofit organization, and it's called Beauty Behind the Lens. And why is it called Beauty Behind the Lens? Is because I am a photographer and I am a widow. So with that being said, a lot of people see me, they don't know my story. And this past year, on April the 16th, I was able to launch a women's empowerment. And I was able to bring so many women who are widows in a room to let them know that it's okay to be a widow. Because in this day that we're living in, we are going to have to go our separate ways. But you just never know when. But we're going to have to learn how to bounce back. And when we bounce back, it's going to take time. It's going to take healing. But I'm in the process now becoming that woman that I had no idea that I can become without losing my husband. I'm learning how to grow spiritually. I'm learning how to be a better mom. I'm just learning myself all over again. And with that being said, you can go and check me out. You can follow me on my website, Beauty Behind the Lens, and you can also reach out to me on Facebook, social media. Again, my name is Tonika McGeachy Dunbar, and I am too seeking a seat and the proud owner of Beauty Behind the Lens.
When?
October the 20th and ends November the 8th in Raeford, North Carolina. But let me say this first. Tyrone, I am extremely proud of you. We have been rocking for how many years? When you came and took my cousin? Yes. I'm so proud of you. I knew you had it in you, and I am forever thankful for this opportunity to allow me to be on the radio with you. So I'm forever grateful. And with that being said, this is your girl, Tonika D. I am running for the Hoke County School Board. Vote for me because I am teachable, I'm motivated, and I'm willing to make a difference in Hoke County schools.
Wow. Coach Quick, get us to the locker room.
Coach Goins, our very special guest, Miss Tonika McGeachy Dunbar. She is a graduate of Fayetteville State University. She is the business owner of Capture the Moments, and she's running for Hoke County School Board in North Carolina. And for Coach Quick, we'll see you in the gym.
You've been listening to Basketball More Than a Game with Coach Goins and Coach Quick. Our podcast is available on podbean.com.